Hi everyone, this is Priska and Christina back with truth bombs and bloopers. And this week I would like to start with asking you, Priska, what's your truth bomb of this week for you? What was it like, your nugget of wisdom, like the one thing you take with you? The one experience you made, the one click that...
Oh, there were so many clicks, I think. And I was like in and out of everything, you know, like in alignment, out of alignment, in alignment, out of alignment. But the one thing I think that is so important, so crucial for all of us right now, and especially for myself, has always been like that, but is even more important right now, is to just feel all the feelings without judgment. Because like in this crisis that we're in right now as humanity, I think for the first time in history, I cannot even remember when was the last time when everybody was affected by the same thing. And nobody knows what's going to happen, how long it takes, what's going to, like what the results are going to be, how the economics are going to change with this crisis, with this COVID-19. And this discomfort that we all have to deal with in one way or the other, just to like really allow ourselves to sit with that and to be present with that.
Yeah.
I think that's a crucial thing. And also we lost a family member to COVID-19 this week, this last week. Thank you so much. Yeah, boss's mom, my partner's mom, she like within 2 days, on Tuesday she got hospitalized, on Thursday she already passed over. Luckily, we were allowed to be there. It was really a miracle because we didn't expect that. So boss's sister, boss and I, we could be there. And when she really made the decision to, okay, now take off the oxygen and give me like this sleeping, how do you say that? A sleeping, like there's a word, there's a professional word for that, but I forgot it, like sedative, palliative sedative, something like that. Mm-hmm. And it was, of course, like seeing somebody pass over without oxygen. It's nothing that you actually want to see. And at the same time, it was so beautiful as well, because boss was sitting on one side of her and like the sister on one other side. And like it looked a bit like birthing. Like it was something very, very touching. And so like just being with that, with the sadness, with the pain, with also the beauty in this moment, and just like being present with everything, that was so important. And I think it's also what carried us through the last days. Of course, there's a lot of organizing because, of course, organizing a funeral in times of Corona, it's just different. Everything's so different, and everything's just, I don't know, it's just more intense. I have the feeling everything gets amplified, like the sadness, the anger, the helplessness, but also the beauty and the love and the compassion and to be with all of that. That was
and coming down to like the essential of what life is.
Yes.
And you know, there is this cycle now between birthing, as you said, when someone passes away or changes into another form, it's actually the same process, rebirth, like a birth, transitioning into a new form. And there, even though it's for the ones who, the family members, something is missing, but at the same time there is really this beauty of coming together as a family one more time and taking the hand of the one who is leaving this earth plane into a new form. And actually this is very simple, I think, for what we're going through right now in this transition, in this moments when we really need to allow mystery to flow into our life. We all don't know what's going on, and it's kind of like we're diving in water. I have water behind me, it's like the symbol for today, but like being really comfortable with not knowing what's going on. And I think this having to be comfortable with not knowing will be guiding us, or like we have to get used to this state of not knowing for a while now.
Yeah.
And then,
and it's forcing us to be in the present moment, you know, like,
exactly.
Because normally we're planning our holidays or what we're going to do. I actually have a wedding coming up in August. I have no clue how I'm going to marry, if with people, without people. So like there's so much, as you said, there's so much unknowing, and all we can do is just be in the present moment and take one day after the other, you know, and really reconnecting with ourselves. And, like the struggle, and I really want to know also your nuggets, but I think the thing that I have to deal right now is, you know, because I know we're lucky to be with Boss's mom in her last moments of her life. But it saddens me to know that so many people can't, and that so many people have to, even if I still believe that you never die alone, that somebody's coming to pick you up, you know, when you're transitioning, still because first we were not allowed to go there, and I saw the pain in Boss, you know, like not being able to there for her. And I know that for so many people, this is the reality. And at the same time also, you know, like I know there's so much lockdown right now happening, like everywhere is locked down. So like the domestic violence just shoots through the roof, you know, and all this is for me very hard to, you know, like deal with knowing that all this is also happening. And of course it's always happening, but right now it's so present, you know, in my space, and to just breathe through that pain, breathe through the sadness, and, you know, tapping into the collective field and really like being with that. It's sometimes really hard. And I think many people are struggling with that, if they know that they're actually tapping into in this collective field or not. Still you just all of a sudden feel super sad or drained or heavy, and it's very important to know that you can also shake that off again, and, you know, like bring a higher vibration into your life, and to send love out there, and because that's all we can do right now. Right?
Exactly. And we need to, I mean, that's what we're all feeling, all this stuff that's coming up, that's the garbage we've been layering and layering and layering for our own life, but also as a collective and as a society. And now we really need to learn from previous phases to clean all that. And everyone has to do their own job and trying to lift themselves up so that they can be a light for others.
Yeah, absolutely.
And every day. It's this practice every
moment,
day,
right?
Every moment.
Yeah, because I can see with myself, it's so easy for me. As I said it, I'm in and out, and I know that I'm very prone to judge myself for not staying aligned, you know, or being like beating myself up for, oh my goodness, you're there again, and worrying again, and to be just okay. It's normal. We're humans. We have conditions. Our brain like wants to survive, so it goes into that mode constantly. But to catch yourself and to say, okay, it's okay that you're going there, and now we're going back. You know, like
exactly
having this compassion also with yourself during this time. I think it's really crucial. Yeah. And now I want to know from you, like Christina. What was your nugget of the week? What's the thing that you feel like is really important right now for you?
My truth bomb. First of all, also the being comfortable with the unknowing was a theme that occurred for me, and I also see it for a lot of my clients. That we are really need to be ready to face all that pain and all that emotional turbulences, the wounds, the really old wounds that seem to come up to the surface all the time, and or grief. And then also in that whole, and I feel now, I don't know, are we in like week 3 of lockdown or quarantine?
I think it's week 3. Yeah.
And I feel like we're all starting to so in the beginning it was like, okay, what do I have to do? And okay, let's take my things online and and now it's like this overwhelm of like outside world that's coming into my space, because everyone is like offering their stuff. And I feel like what's now really important is that we are really starting to ground back into our own roots and see what is working for me, what structures are working for my family, and that we don't start to compare.
Oh yeah.
And this whole I'm not enough feeling, I think this is also coming up a lot, because we are so full now with homeschooling and home office and home cleaning and home and like the only place we can go to is maybe our garden or the forest nearby, or but like I feel like now we really need to say to ourselves, it's okay to what I do every day. I give my best, and not let the I'm not enough feeling like take over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also what might have worked for you in the past, throw it away. It's like new structures, new timetables, new also our, I don't know, normally your goals for the day were like, I don't know, maybe you had a structure, and now it's never happening.
No, it's not, because you never know what's happening with the kids or what's happening there. And of course now anyhow, it's like with the whole morning process, and you cannot plan. You cannot say, okay, now I have an hour, I'm going to be sad, like it's just happening. And we also had to plan, of course, the funeral and everything. So there was, or not I actually, but boss. But so I took like stuff from his plate. So there was the whole, like everything we actually planned for these weeks. It's just totally different, and it's okay.
And it's okay. And that's the crucial thing. I think when it comes up to tell ourselves, okay, if I feel like I'm not doing enough, it's okay to feel that, and it's okay to feel I'm not enough, because we're all feeling it. It's like the one thing we always have, everyone, it's a collective emotion. I'm not enough, I don't belong. Like these two they and to be with them and say, okay, there is some part in front of my heart which says, oh, again, you're just a loser. You will never get there. Look at all the others. Look what they're doing. Look what they achieved. This is just this inner guide who wants to protect you from falling. But it's really important, especially in this time, not to listen to that voice and
absolutely.
I'm doing my best. I'm healing. We're healing as a collective. We're letting go of any expectation and structures that have worked for now, or maybe they have just worked superficially, but it was already shaky.
We were just distracted, weren't we? We were so many things we could distract ourselves with, and right now everything of this distraction falls just away. So we have to deal with the underlying part. And I think that what you said is so important, that these ancestral wounds are just coming up, and now we get the chance to look at them and heal them, and also all these stories about not being good enough or not belonging, and like we all have some of these voices or prison guards that want to keep us small, or because they want to protect us. To look at them, say, is this still the truth? And I also believe, because like trauma is inheritable, so it's literally in our DNA. I mean, like I'm very sure that very many people are also dealing with old stuff, what their grandparents went. All of a sudden the whole war stories come back up. And this is why there's also so much fear and panic in the system, because all of this just also comes back up.
It's remembered. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we don't even know why am I feeling like that? Why I don't even know, it's not even like, it's not in it doesn't fit the actual situation, all these fears that I'm having. But when you look at it, maybe you can find out, okay, that's because my grandmother was in World War II, or like she didn't have enough food, so we have to now get all the food that we can find in the supermarket that is so super irrational. And so this behavior can also come from really old stories that now just are replaying within us. But we get the chance to look at them and heal them when we're having the awareness to do so, and if we also maybe have support to look at these things. Exactly.
I also think that since we are not able to distract ourselves outside, and we really have to look inside and listen, we are also forced to heal our own family, or this little whatever space we live in. Maybe this is this one person we live with. To really look, how can we work as a team? Maybe it's a family, like we are a family of 4. This team that we're constantly together now, 24/7. We have to heal issues. Or for some people, it's living on their own.
Yeah, the relationship with themselves.
That seems to be now a chance to look even deeper.
Exactly.
And
it's also hard because, of course, we work a lot with single women, also with couples that have the other struggles, how not to kill your spouse during Corona. But, like the singles, if you really are alone, and of course, everything that gets amplified again because you cannot go out with friends, I cannot meet other people. So I think for these kind of people, again, it's amazing that you can now actually create this beautiful relationship with yourself. But I still think it's important that you get some company, and company is really you can really take your computer, Skype with somebody, and you don't even have to talk. You can just put the computer in the room, and you just do your thing together. Somebody reads a book and one plays a game. It doesn't matter, but I really think this company thing, we still need that, and do that by really nurturing these kind of relationships for the moment online. And by the way, online dating right now I think it has never been like that before.
Really?
Yeah, because of course people cannot just make a call, it's not just people are not just, it's not for sex only. It's the conversation that our clients are having are so much deeper right now with people they're dating online, because it's just more about the essential stuff. And you can really build beautiful relationships like that. It's actually how my relationship with Boss started as well, even though we were not online dating, but we just met online on Facebook, and our relationship also kind of started just by writing to each other and talking to each other. And so it's something very beautiful that can still take place. This is just like a tip for all the singles out there. You don't have to feel like, oh, I'm behind, or I can't do anything, or I'm stuck, or whatever. Things are changing there as well.
And also your relationship with yourself.
Oh, yes.
And
100%.
Which is the most important relationship.
100%.
And maybe we can think of some questions that everyone could ask themselves, like this week, to look deeper. What has been working, or what do I need to change? I can start with some. I wrote some down. For example, am I willing to let go of all my pain and suffering from my past?
Wow.
Because sometimes we're holding really on to. It's like an internal pattern. It's like, that's my anchor. If I can go into this trauma,
it's comforting.
It's comforting. It's like another comfort zone, or the level that we always reach. And then what can I do now to let go of all the pain and suffering, and let go of all the limiting beliefs? What can I do? Do you have one question?
I haven't thought about it, but I think, let me see. Maybe who's the person I want to be? Or who's the person I want to become? And how can I nurture this part within during these times?
Yes.
Because I think it's such a rich time that we have now, where everything is shut out, to really look at, is the life that I'm currently living the life that I want to live? Am I being the person that I want to be? And is this, when I'm lying on my deathbed and I'm looking back, am I living the person that I want to live? Can I be happy with the person I am right now? Or do I have to do some changes now?
That's a very beautiful question. You can always ask yourself. I'm doing this exercise a lot with my clients to go into the week before you are dying, and who are you then? What have you achieved in your life? What have you been standing for in your life? And what is it that you wish that people remember you as? And how much can you now, right now, move into this form right now, from today? I ask myself this question every day. I always do a meditation about my future self.
Beautiful.
And see how, what is she doing? Me in 5 years. And when I write it down in my journal, and it's when I go back and read through my journal, everything happens.
That's amazing.
So,
it's a very powerful thing to do. Because it's fueled by your truth. It's fueled by your truth. And when something is fueled by your truth and your big why, then just like everything conspires to help you to get there and to be that person you want to be. So, and sometimes there are times maybe when this vision of your future self is not so clear. Do you know these times? Oh yes, absolutely. I'm in one right now. Okay. Where it's like a bit blurry. You know, maybe triggered by the falling of all the structures right now. She has to find a new pathway. And that's okay. And that's totally okay. You know, just as a reminder, if you are doing this exercise and you're trying to visualize yourself in 5 years, and maybe you're either you are not really seeing something, or you are not so comfortable with what you're seeing, because maybe that's not what your mind is telling you, and maybe your soul has another agenda. That's okay. The image will get clear once you do it. It's like training a muscle. To and also when we are in this time of not knowing, it's always nice to look towards the things we like, that inspire us. Because something that inspires us from the outside must be inside of you. So that in means in spirit. So for me especially, I'm a very visual person. When I see images like on Pinterest or in magazines, I can immediately go into, yes, that's where I want to go, or that's who I want to embody, or this is what I want to create. It's like an instant, yes. Yeah. For other people, it's maybe more through, not through images, but through feelings or music or something. Music, yeah. But I think my images are very powerful because images immediately go to the subconsciousness. They talk to the subconsciousness. We can't filter it first with our mind. It just ploops. Yes. There immediately. And also with images, it's also immediately connected with your emotions. Exactly. And to go into this field that you want to create or attract, you need the emotion. Emotionally, you already need to be there from what you want to create in the future. You have to feel it. And that's why it's really nice to do all these vision boards or future boards. Powerful stuff. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And maybe one other question, coming back to what we said before, am I willing to become a responsible being for taking others by the hand and being the light?
what also happens in crisis is often we blame the outside, we blame another country, we blame this and that. But how can I today be the light, be responsible for my own light, raise my vibration, take the others by the hand, and
being a change you want to see in the world, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How can I be the change I want to see in the world?
Yeah.
And even if it's, with little actions.
It always starts with the little actions, right? Like this is where the detail lies. It's that we cannot go out and save the world. It's about really like showing compassion first to yourself, then maybe to your child, to your spouse, understanding where they're coming from. And, just like knowing that you're also responsible for the energy in the room, and like these little things can already make such a tremendous change. Or reaching out to a person you love, asking them how they're doing, this can be so powerful. So powerful.
Yes, or be the first to say sorry.
Yes.
I made a mistake. And I learned, and next time I will do it better. Yeah. And also I think one truth bomb for this week is accept that we are in a new beginning.
Oh yeah.
Or we're still in the change, and when we are in the change, it's like really doing this with our system, and then and then we need to build something new. And
we cannot expect ourselves to work like we normally work. It's the in-between phase, right? The old doesn't work anymore, the new isn't there yet, so we're in the gap.
Yeah.
And how can we just be in the gap without knowing, without having to know?
Yeah.
And just be there and letting this miracle unfold like a caterpillar. This is a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
That like transforms into a butterfly. Like when it's like in this transformation phase, it really turns into like just some mash. It's like totally nothing anymore, like some sauce. And it's totally surrender, right? It's like it's not a caterpillar anymore. It's not a butterfly yet. So, but to really trust that there will be something at the end of this transformation, and we don't need to control it because it's within us. Like life knows what it's doing. Like life knows what it's doing with the caterpillar to turn into a butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. And I come back again to the image of water. And I see this image like you're on a mattress in water. How do you say that?
A water mattress, I think.
A water mattress.
Or a water bed, I don't know. air mattress, air bed, air something airy, I don't know.
The thing that you blow up and go into the water and lie on. Like you're in a floating mattress on water, and you in a river, and you need to trust that the river will guide you.
Yeah.
And you're floating with the direction of the river and not against it, because against would be to try to hold on to the old structure and system, and
you will be exhausted for sure.
Just surrender. And take the energy or the harmony of the water.
Yeah, I think it's perfect that you're sitting in front of your picture today.
Oh, I would love to dive into the water now.
It looks actually
it would be so healing now.
It actually looks like you're lying in water. It does. It does.
Yeah.
So we would love to hear how everybody's doing, how you're dealing with the situation, what you're going through, what your nuggets or truth bombs are or bloopers are from this last week. And like if you have any questions or topics that you would like us to discuss about, we're so open for doing that. And so thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you. And have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
See you.
habe ja wirklich ein Bad Hair Day. Ist der alle auf?
Okay. Also recorded tut es ja schon.
Es ist schon einmal recorded.
Gut. Hello. Okay. Und bitte, Klappe die erste.
Arigato, ich hab's nur noch.